Do not be afraid to speak out is the message being shared by sexual abuse survivor Michelle Alexander. Having lived through the experience, Alexander is advocating against remaining silent, understanding that victims often fail to speak out because of threats from their abusers, fear of victimization, or discrimination. Alexander, who was abused at the age of 14, is using her experience to encourage others to end the cycle.
My incident happened almost 14 years ago. It occurred at a tender age of 14. And it was someone I loved, someone I trust, someone I looked up to. And it happened at a time where I was supposed to be a child, meaning enjoying the things that children enjoyed, being playful, giving love, showing love. But instead, I was abused, and I was the child that was touched in inappropriate places.
She says this situation affected her not only socially but emotionally and academically.
It does have an effect on the education because you're not focused, you're troubled, and especially at this tender age, and it's like you have nobody to speak to, so it kind of keep you aback. It kind of, disturb your performance or you relate. Yeah, so.
Michelle speaks of attempting to send her mother clues about her abuse.
When someone is abused, they would not say it, they would show it. And some of the signs you could look for is like they wouldn't want to be around the abuser. You could look for like aggression, just angry, being angry for no reason. I think I show her all the signs, but I don't know if she pretended not to see or she pretended not to know, but then later on I was able to gather strength and I went to speak to someone in social services.
Now that she has overcome the situation, Michelle is advising young people to stand up and not allow the abuse to continue.
My advice to victims is to stand up for yourself. Speak out. Don't let society make you feel as if it's your fault. It's not your fault. There is help. Nobody would know that you are being abused by just looking at you, by looking at your reactions. And you're not less than anybody else. I think you are special in the sense that you have to go through more than what the average person have to deal with. And there is strength within each and every one of you, where I mean sexually abused victims. There is strength and there's also hope.
She spent at least 6 months at a home for battered women and was later transferred to an emergency shelter. She described the experience at the shelter as an horrific one.
There was some good staff, but there was also some staff that reminded you, oh, you're not a virgin and you were sexually abused, and instead of helping you, they sort of tried to destroy you and to make you feel less of a person. They were not being professionals. Like, they just picked them up on the street and put them to work with children. And that was kind of heartbreaking. In the sense that you was placed in a home, you're supposed to be cared for, and you have people telling you all these sort of negative things that actually broke your spirit.
Michelle, who presently resides in Trinidad, is in Grenada to participate in a panel discussion about sexual abuse hosted by the Heal with Hope Foundation. Reporting for MTV News, I am Rachel Bean.